We're back again with box number 3. I'm excited to see what's in this one. I'm having such a good time opening these boxes and sharing what's inside with you. I hope you're enjoying it too, and I hope it's not just too much of me rambling on and on, but I could talk about kids' books for a long time, being the children's librarian. So I hope you're having fun too. Let's keep going. All right, box number 3. I'm excited to see what's in here. It's kind of like when I order books and these boxes come in, it's kind of like Christmas morning for me, to be honest. It's so fun. All right, so we've got number 13 in the Whatever After series. These are kind of easy read, kind of mid-grade chapter books, and they're based on the Disney princesses. So it looks like this one is maybe a Jack and the Beanstalk, or maybe they're just based on fairy tales. Yeah, so this one looks like it's based on Jack and the Beanstalk. So it is Whatever After, Spill the Beans, number 13 in Whatever After. All right, are you ready for this? We've got a new Captain Underpants. Captain Underpants, full color, the terrifying return of Tippy Tinkle Trousers. Oh my gosh. Be prepared for this. Captain Underpants remains one of our most popular series in the library. More Last Kid on Earth books. This one is Thrilling Tales from the Tree House. Ooh, this one is a little bit different. It's not part of the series, actually. This one has 6 epic comics in full color. So this is kind of a graphic novel. Yeah. So if you like the Last Kids on Earth series, you might enjoy this graphic novel with 6 little short stories in it. Last Kids on Earth. A new Minecraft series. This one is the, doesn't say on here, but it had a name for the series. Don't remember though. This one's called With or Without You, and this is a little short graphic novel. So I believe we've got a lot of Minecraft chapter books, and this is another series, or another subject, I guess you could say, that we've been, instead of having these out in the stacks but listed by their author, we've been having them labeled all under MIN, so all the Minecraft books are together and easier to find. But now this one will be a new graphic novel. More Last Kids on Earth. This is number 4, Last Kids on Earth and the Cosmic Beyond. All right, another Whatever After book. This is number 14, Good as Gold. So this one looks like maybe Goldilocks and the 3 Bears. And she's got 3 bowls of porridge there. Let's stick this one next to this other Whatever After. All right. So here's a fun new fiction book that I thought was kind of cool. If you like cats and dogs, which we've had a lot of requests, like I said before, for cat and dog books, so I've been trying to buy any of them that I see, basically. So this one is Leonard, My Life as a Cat. Kind of a silly picture on the cover there. It said, well, no cat can be called ordinary. Leonard is definitely no ordinary cat. In fact, he's an alien sent on an earthly sabbatical and mistakenly given the body of a rather scruffy stray. Rescued by animal lover Olive Leonard. Oh, Olive, Leonard does his best to study the humans he hoped to join while contending with the indignities of hairballs, kitty litter, and a compulsion to shred the curtains. I'm a little tongue-tied today after this being my 3rd video, but that one sounds kind of fun and interesting. A alien come down to planet Earth as a cat, in cat form. So if you like kitties like I do, I've got a kitty at home. That one might be kind of a fun read for you. All right, oh, another Heidi Heckelbeck. This is number 29, Pool Party. This is a new graphic novel series that I've just recently started purchasing, and this is book 2. It's The Dragon Kingdom of Renly, and I believe I bought this one on a recommendation. It looks like a really cute graphic novel. It's got this cute little red dragon as kind of the main character. Here he is. And it kind of reminds me a little bit of like the Wings of Fire, and a little bit of like Rick Riordan type style, mythology and that kind of thing. And it looks like it's very simple to read. Lots of nice, big, colorful pictures. So there's a number 2 in a new graphic novel series. Alright, another new graphic novel series. Like I said, I've been buying them like crazy. But actually, no, this is a chapter book. I thought it was a graphic novel, but it's not. This is a new easy read chapter book series. I'm not sure if this is the first or second book. I believe I ordered the first 2 books in this series. Bug Blonsky and his Swamp Scout Survival Guide. So this one looks kind of fun, maybe for boys or girls who are into camping in the outdoors in the wilderness, and it looks like maybe there's a Sasquatch hiding behind the tree there. And it looks really neat because it's lots of big text and big full color pictures. So probably an easy one to read. And it looks really funny too. It's got toilet paper it talks about, and there's like a lot of potty humor in here. Looks like maybe it's, if your son or daughter is into scouts, it looks like maybe they are actually scouts of some sort going on some kind of a trip. So that one looked really fun for me since we're kind of an outdoorsy area up here in the North Woods. Alright, Ivy and Bean, one of our easy chapter book, easier read chapter books. We've got all of the books in this series, and actually there hasn't been a new one that's come out in a long time, but this is number 12, the newest one that's just recently come out, Get to Work. And another easy chapter book series with lots of pictures, easy short text. So Ivy and Bean, we've got all number 1 through 11 all in the kids' room right now. Another Super Potato. This is number 3. So again, filling in our graphic novels that we currently have out there. Let's see, we got a couple nonfiction here. This one, so I've noticed kind of a trend in children's books lately when I'm buying them is that there are lots that have been written by celebrities and famous people recently. So I just had to buy this one because I'm a fan of John Cena. And I think that a lot of kids kind of look up to him because he's kind of a cool guy and a wrestler. And so this is Encouraging Words from John Cena. It's a children's nonfiction, and it's do your best every day to do your best every day. So it's kind of a little book of advice, cute little book. Again, another simple read with lots of pictures. So when you are scared, afraid, unsure, lost, or even down, lean on those you love. The power of love from family and friends can do amazing things. So who knew that big, tough wrestler guy had such a soft side? I love when that kind of stuff happens. So there's John Cena's newest. Well, he's first. I'm not sure if he has any others. Here's another National Geographic Kids nonfiction that looked really fun to me. As an adult, I cruise Facebook and Pinterest quite a bit, and you see a lot of life hacks on there. So this is kind of a book that's with the times that I'm sure kids who are on social media or the internet or maybe even have heard from parents about life hacks might find this interesting to look at. So these are specifically life hacks for kids, like how not to drip a popsicle on your hand when you're eating it. And it looks like how to pack a suitcase and how to easily store your earphones for your electronic device. So that kind of stuff looks really fun. Here, let's look inside a little bit. Pancake like a pro. Oh yeah, use a squeeze bottle to make your pancakes. You can make pancake art that way. So some fun stuff in there. Okay. All right, another book in kind of a newer easy reader series that I've been purchasing recently. Well, maybe it's not a series, but I've got another book out in the stacks currently that's kind of this same style, bird singing, bird winging, but it's about bugs, I think. It's got kind of the same style pictures and font on it, and I think there's a couple more with this same kind of style too that I've recently purchased. So a lot of kind of earthy wildlife new easy readers that I'm finding that I've been purchasing lately. All right, a new board book. Actually, this is part of a series also. I have just recently purchased another book similar to this called Don't Push the Button, but this one is Don't Push the Button, Let's Say Goodnight. So I actually just had the first one, Don't Push the Button, at home, and I read it a lot with my 1-year-old, and he absolutely loved pushing the button. So it's kind of an interactive board book that gets you to do different things. Sometimes you have to shake the book, sometimes you have to tickle his belly, and obviously you have to push the button. So check this one out. Read it with your young toddlers, even babies, and see what kind of reactions and interactions they give you with that one. All right, oh, here's another nonfiction that looks super fun to me. This is a poetry book, spectacularly silly poems, but it's called The Book of Not Entirely Useful Advice. So, I don't know, the cover and the title just kind of grabbed me as interesting. So even though it's a poetry book and not an actual book of advice, it's got poems that give you advice, which is kind of neat, and lots of kind of like kid-drawn pictures in here. Well, they look like they're like pictures kids would draw, maybe. So, April is Poetry Month, so I've got kind of a lot of new poetry books here that look fun and interesting. So, it's fun to maybe check out a poetry book and read a poem a night to your child before bed. So, oh, actually there's a little poem on the back here I'll read to you. It says, playing with pets. Some kids play fetch with their dogs and spoil them with all their love. Some kids play catch with hedgehogs, but they only spoil their gloves. So, kind of silly too. All right, oh, another Super Potato. All right, I think we're on to the picture books. So this one is The End is Just the Beginning, a book of endless possibilities. So there's kind of a trend with picture books lately too, with books that kind of teach social emotional lessons and books that help with difficult situations, like maybe saying goodbye or having the end. Maybe a pet or family member or friend has recently passed and it's hard for your child to understand or to process their emotions. We've got a lot of books that have come out, there have been a lot of books that have come out that I've purchased for the kids' room lately that have kind of talked about some of those deeper subjects. So this is one of those. And the back says, like a caterpillar turning into a butterfly, all endings are really just beginnings in the making. So maybe if you have a child at home that's struggling with the end of something, that might be helpful. Lion Needs a Haircut. This one looks really cute. And we have more books by this author, Weon Yum. So it looks like the lion is actually scared of getting a haircut. So maybe that's another situation that your child at home is struggling with, and this book could help. So he's actually mad at his dad. He says, no, I don't need a haircut. Yes, you do. Are you scared? So, lion needs a haircut. All right. And I also, anytime I'm ordering books and I see something that has to do with dragons, dinosaurs, unicorns, underwear, anything that would be silly and goofy and get a kid's attention, I usually buy it. So I've got a couple actually here that have to do with underwear. The Wolf in Underpants at Full Speed. Super silly. Hopefully, if you have a reluctant reader in your house who maybe just needs something that will catch their attention and draw them in, something like this would help. And actually, this one looks like it might be going in the graphic novel section because it's got kind of some different art panes there within. And I actually, thinking about it, I believe this is also a series, so I think this is a graphic novel. But lots of fun characters, cute pictures, and easy text. So The Wolf in Underpants, and then we've got Something's Wrong, A Bear, a Hare, and Some Underwear by Jory John. And Jory John is the author of the books like The Bad Seed and The Couch Potato that have been wildly popular at the elementary schools, from what I hear from Angie Mackey, the MHLT librarian. So anytime I see a John Jory book, just like John Klassen before, I usually order them because they're so funny and the kids just love them. So Jory John, and oh, look how silly this is. And actually beautiful pictures in this one too, even though it's kind of a silly, funny book. I'm sure kids will get a laugh at seeing the bear in his underwear. So, alright, this is kind of a naturey counting book. Normally you count to 10, but this one focuses on the number 13. 13 ways to eat a fly. Big flies, small flies, fat flies, thinner. Yum, these flies are someone's dinner. So kind of a naturey, outdoorsy book, and a fun, I think they count down from 13, yep. 13, 12, because the bugs keep getting eaten. So kind of a fun counting book. All right, this one, Mom, it's my first day of kindergarten. So normally the books that focus on kids going to school for the first time kind of address what the kids' fear might be. This book I got because it actually is the opposite. It talks about the mom being afraid and the child reassuring the mom. So kind of a neat one that might tug on the heartstrings of you moms out there. Alright, this next one is a classic children's book that we didn't have in our collection, so I had to buy it. The Gruffalo. I'm sure maybe you've seen, I think Netflix has a little short video about the Gruffalo. Maybe there's a little series, I'm not sure. But yeah, the Gruffalo is a classic, so I had to buy this for the collection. So all the forest animals are scared of this big, scary creature, but it turns out in the end, maybe he's not quite so scary. This is a beautiful picture book about birds. We have our summer reading program coming up in just a couple short months here, and our theme this summer is animals. So I'm seeing a lot more animal books out there, and I'm trying to kind of buy some more to add to the collection for summer. So this is one of them that I bought. Bird Show. Nice big colorful pictures and easy text, and it looks like it's got a lot of facts, so it's kind of an easy nonfiction too. And it talks about, like I said, all different varieties of birds that maybe even you adults have never seen before. So look at that bird, isn't that neat and interesting? So this is Bird Show. Alright, another kind of fluffy feel-good picture book. Even the smallest will grow. So if your child is kind of struggling with being the youngest or being the baby of the family or the littlest and not being able to do what older brothers and sisters can do, or just maybe struggling with finding their independence, this book maybe could help them work through some of those feelings. So Lida Judge, we have a lot of her books already in the collection. So it says, there is strength in even the smallest things. Just as a bird grows within her egg, a cub becomes a brave big bear, you too will grow. Patience, little one, and remember, even the smallest will grow. So I just have to show you the art and the pictures in this one too, because again, beautiful. So just a couple more left to show you. This one's kind of funny, and as a cat owner, I always am a sucker for buying the cat books. So this one looks kind of silly. It's called Bad Cat. This is Fluffykins. Isn't he a cute kitty? Of course. He's not a bad cat. Are you, Fluffykins? So see what kind of mischief that Fluffykins gets into in this book. I just have to laugh. I can relate to that. And the very last book in this box is one that I ordered that actually was kind of a popular viral video a few years back, and it is so funny. If you haven't seen the video, you have to look for it on YouTube. This book was the basis of a video where a grandmother was reading this book to her grandson, and I think she was Scottish or Irish or something, so she was reading it with her big heavy accent, and it was just hilarious, and she could not stop laughing. She just kept cracking herself up because it's such a funny, goofy, silly, rhymey book, and it's called The Wonky Donkey. So I just have to read a little bit of it to you because it's just, and if you read it in a goofy voice like the grandmother in the video did, your kid is sure to laugh. So I was walking down the street and I saw a donkey. Hee-haw! He only had 3 legs, 1 eye. He liked to listen to country music. He was quite tall and slim. He smelled really, really bad. And that morning he'd gotten up early and hadn't had any coffee. He was a cranky, stinky, dinky, lanky, honky-tonky, winky, wonky donkey. So this book is hilarious and so much fun. I have to put it right here front and center. The Wonky Donkey, one of my favorite children's books ever, probably. And I'm surprised we didn't have it in the collection, so I just had to buy that one too. So check for all these books coming out on the shelves pretty soon, like I said, probably within a couple weeks. It takes us a little while to get through, especially when I've got 3 boxes coming in at once, so just have a little patience, and soon you can see all these great, wonderful books. But in the meantime, check out what we've already got out in our stacks, because we've got a pretty wonderful collection, and we've been working really hard at weeding out some of the older things that haven't been checked out as much, and getting some new stuff out there for you, and hopefully things your kids are interested in and can relate to. Oh, there go some of my books. And just fun, beautiful books, so that's all I've got. Thanks again for watching. See you later when I buy more books. Bye.